Looks like my internet is kind of slow today, so it may be a little weird. Anyway, all right, let's stop. And I told my people in my room to grab weights and start. We're going to start actually with weights in our hands, light weights. I'm just a lightweight, and I have 3-pound weights. If you have something heavier, you can use it if you do a lot of weights, but if you have something lighter, that's probably better. I'm just going to push up, pushing up to the ceiling, to the sky, and then slowly letting my arms drop down, pressing up. And I'm going to exhale up, and then inhale, bringing it down. Exhale, pressing up, looking up. Inhale down. So it's the opposite breathing pattern that we normally do. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Like you're flying through the ceiling. Inhale down, as one does. Exhale up, taking off like Superman. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. And then circle your shoulders. Easy circles. Just turn this light on, see if it's, I don't think it's going to do anything really out here. Maybe circles with your shoulders. And then circling forward. So I was walking up the hill this morning. Like I go out and I do my normal walk, and there's somebody out there working on the power lines, and I look at him and he's got his little vest on, is, you know, orange and yellow, and he's doing head circles, and then he's doing like forward folds. He's up there doing yoga. I'm like, yes, that's the person I want working on the power lines. Circle one shoulder and then the other. Somebody who's connected to their body. Big circles, let your elbow get into it, like you're almost backstroking, half arm backstroking. The cats are very excited this morning, as you can see. And then we're going to come forward with the up and over, up and over, up and over, up and over. Breathing. Just getting the blood flowing in the upper body, around the lungs, around the heart, lungs mobilizing. With gentle movement in your body, gentle movement with the weights. We're not working to create tension, we're working to just mobilize. Good. You could also do this with no weights. And then we'll do this. We're going to take your weights, just roll them down through your fingers, roll them up and come up, down, roll them down, roll like you're curling your wrist up. Uncurl and release, curl and bring it up. Uncurl, release, curl, up, uncurl, release, curl, up, uncurl, release it. Don't let it drop on the floor on your toes, but let it roll down your hand, rolling up, rolling down, rolling up, rolling down. Okay, we're going to pick it up. Actually, we're going to do it this way. Pick it up, facing down, flip it over, open out, open in, flip, and lower, up, rotate, out, in, flip, lower, up, spiral, out, in, spiral, down, up, rotate, out, in, spiral, down, up, spiral, out, in, spiral, down. And again, we're not doing this to get like a huge burn. We're not doing this to like super work the muscles. We're doing it to mobilize the tissue, to hydrate the fascia, to get the blood flow going, and also to feel that center to periphery relationship out to the edges of our fingertips, right? So we can change it. We can take it down. Once you do the flip, just let them roll out again and roll it back up. Flip, out, in, flip, take it down, roll them down, roll them up, out. So you're getting a little bit more mobility in your hand, in your wrist, in your forearms. Got to have those strong fingers for texting. Just kidding. Good. That's enough of that. Let's do a set of flies, just low. Stick out your butt, arch your back, opening up 1, 2, big wings, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take your hands on your hips. I'm going to take them back. 1, dropping at your hips. So it's going to stop back here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come up, just straighten up, shrugs up to your shoulders. Lift your hands and then down and out. Inhale, exhale. Shoulders lift to your ears. Reach out. Up, out, up, out. 2 more. Up, out. Last one. Up, out. Take your hands out behind you, bend your knees so you're like this, sticking out your butt. Pulsing in 1, 2, 3. Chest open 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And come in 1 shoulder high and then the other. Let's take it up, just a little side stretch. So the weight is going to give you more capacity to side stretch. Maybe don't go to your maximum yet. Just getting a little bit in side body. Use your breath. What does it mean to use your breath? It means thinking of your breath assisting your movement. So could be an exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, or you could even inhale, exhale, but just staying present with the breath. There are it's often that one way is going to make more sense, but still it's good to be able to do it both ways. All right, let's just do a swing, 1 arm forward, 1 arm back, bend and stretch, really loose, really finding, try not to hit yourself. I just did that. Try not to hit your hips with your weights, down and up, spiraling down, up, down and up, finding the sagittal plane, the wheel plane with the arms. Good. And let's get rid of the weights. And we're going to do this. You're going to take one hand, it's going to go behind you, come around the front, and then open, open, open. It's going to come around your head and then back behind you. Behind you, cross over the front, open, 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 serve the sandwiches around your head and back. Behind you, front, serve the sandwiches around your head, take it back, front, open, circle your head, back, cross the front, open, circle your head, behind you, cross the front. I'm going to show you open, circle your head. What I'm doing behind me, I'm going like this, behind me, open, cross the front, circle my head. So here I let it bend, behind me, open, cross the front, other arm, crossing it to the back, swoop across the front, open it out, circle around your head, back, cross the front, open it out, circle around your head, back, cross the front, open it out, circle around your head, back. I'm internally rotating as I go across the front and then externally rotating as I open. Circle around your head, to the back, cross the front, open, back, cross the front, back of the hand, top of the hand, around your head, 2 more, circle back, cross it over, open it out, circle around your head. If you play golf or do something like that, this would be a good, or tennis, this would be a good warm up for your shoulders, or pole dancing. That's where I learned it. Now, one more thing, you're going to swing 1 arm back, 1 arm forward, and they're going to come up over your head. And it changes. 1 arm back, 1 arm forward, up over your head. Spiraling. And if it feels like, oh my God, what the hell is going on? Just 1 arm back, 1 arm forward, and keep it going. And then your shoulders sort of change as you come through. Big arm circles. And we're going to change direction, other way. So the other arm goes forward and back. And I'm spiraling my chest. Diaphragm, getting a lot of movement in there. Heart, rib cage, lungs, shoulder blades. A couple more times. Good. And then come up. Let's take our hands behind our head. You're going to just easy chest bends down and then arch back. As you arch back, let your hands resist. So you're doing some extension of your spine, but your hands are giving you resistance. So you're working your back muscles a little bit. Gently soften forward, not the biggest stretch, and then push into your hands with your head, pushing back. Extensors of the back, hands creating resistance. A little soft curl, open, push with your head into your hands, hands create resistance. Hollow and curl, head pushing into your hands, hands pushing back into your head. Curl, push back and forward at the same time. Soft curl, push, soft curl, push, soft curl, push, and one more, soft curl, push. So it's really up to you how hard you work with that. Now let's just do a tilt, ear to shoulder, tilting your head. And as you tilt your head, maybe reach your arm down and away. Tilt, tilt. So it's a little push, 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 push. We're going to change it. Tilt, rotate that hand in and out. Shoulder can move a little bit. And the other way, tilt this hand. I'm spreading out my fingers and flexing through the heel of my hand. And I'm internally, externally rotating all the way up into my shoulder, into my rotator cuff. A little bit of movement up there with the shoulder. Good. Come in, shake it out. We're going to go head forward, head back, head forward, head back, right? Craning forward, pulling back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Now we're going to take it forward in a different way, and then we're going to move through our body. So you're going to dip your chin, head is going to reach forward, and then up and back. Dip your chin, sending a wave of movement from the head down to the feet. I think on Saturday, we did this in the other direction from the feet up. Maybe it wasn't Saturday, maybe it was another day last week, but finding this ripple and then letting it be more of a wave. So it's your head is leading the way, chest is following, and then pelvis and knees. Waving through the space. Good. And then let's do it from the feet up. Bend your knees up through your body and up. Rippling up. Relaxed and ripples. Relaxed ripples. Relaxed and rippling. And then let's go side side. Let's do it with the head leading the way. Head, head, head. And I'm pushing off with my foot a little. Head, 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 head. Finding fluidity in your body. You want more flow in your life? Engage in more flow in your body, right? When we start to find these patterns that are more fluid, more mobility oriented, then we can go, oh, maybe I'm not moving that much in this one place, right? Our body is completely connected. It's not like, oh, my arm is over there and my knee is over here. This is all one connected body. And what affects one area can have a huge effect in another area that doesn't seem like it's connected, but it is all one system. All right, let's take it down to the floor and have a sip of coffee. All right. Yeah, we got Squeaky Deaky there in the box. Peapod was out here, but she went charging inside. She's in there under the table. Coming down onto the floor, we're going to go from side to side, rolling through your butt, massaging through your glutes. And Gaylord, I don't know, he was really interested in coming out here this morning, but now he's probably gone back up to bed with Anthony. He's probably sleeping upstairs. All right, let's take this into cross-leg position. And let's just circle the pelvis around there. So circling around, finding your seated cross-leg position. If cross-legged doesn't work for you, try sitting in another way with your legs in a straddle or up, elevating your pelvis. Change direction the other way. Letting your gut body be mobile. tongue to tail, moving around, right? We don't often think of it inside of us like that, but as we're moving, that tissue is moving too. Good. And then we're going to take it into a side stretch, and we're going to hollow and curl forward, and then inhale, arch and spiral toward the ceiling. Exhale toward the floor. Open your lungs toward the ceiling. Exhale, down. Inhale, open. Exhale, floor. Inhale, lungs and chest. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Just take this one a little deeper to the side. Really lean into that stretch, and then lengthen up through the top and take it over to the other side. Hollow forward, arch and open. Exhale, taking it toward the floor. Inhale, spiraling toward the ceiling. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Filling up your lungs. If you're breathing at a different tempo than me, that's totally fine. Find your own rhythm. Last one, take it deeper down to that side and inhale, open it up. And we're going to change legs. So non-dominant leg goes in front. We're going to circle the whole way around, taking it sideways and forward, around to the other side. Inhale, open. Side stretch, lengthen forward, all the way around. Open it up. Side stretch, taking it forward and around. And inhale, lift, side stretch, circling head away from the tail, changing arms and open. Last one, side stretch and forward and around, and inhale up. And then let's take it down to the floor. Let me just change the relationship of my mat to this room. Down to the floor. Take a second to let your body weight drop into the floor. Imagining the energy of the earth, the gravitational pull of the earth, cuddling you, nestling into gravity, letting your tissue and your soft tissue, your muscles, your nerves, your fascia, your tendons, ligaments, all that stuff. Some of it is like tendons and ligaments are fascia. Let your bones be relaxed. Shake out your butt, free up your spine a little. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, jiggle, jostle, soften, and then easy knee drops from side to side, massaging through your butt, massaging through your hips, getting this nice spiral. I saw this exercise thing yesterday. I was going to get up and show you on Instagram, and it was like, move your cerebrospinal fluid, and it had like a super fit dude doing some twisting and some movement against the wall. And yes, you're going to move your cerebrospinal fluid doing that. That's great. But this also is going to move your cerebrospinal fluid. Even just rolling from side to side gently is going to move your cerebrospinal fluid, right? Fluids in our body understand gravity. They relate to that as we roll, even though they're, connected in pressure systems. So it's not like all the water just goes down. The pressure system keeps it moving in a certain way, but water understands gravity. So on like a, molecular dynamic level, when we're moving gently from side to side, so maybe switch it into a roll, you're moving your cerebrospinal fluid. If you're breathing, big breathing, you're moving your cerebrospinal fluid. Now, movement is going to help break up any kind of adhesions and blockages. So yeah, anyway, I just want to say, like, there's many ways to do it. There's lots of possibilities. Let's take our knees up towards our chest, feet off the floor, spiraling one way and then the other. Letting that massage through your back. And if you want to, you can extend your legs. Last one, even it out so you're even on both sides. Come in, let's press our pelvises up. So feet parallel, maybe like at the edges of your hips. So not super narrow, not necessarily sit bones, but not quite at shoulder distance apart. Pelvis up, feet parallel, circles with your hips, warming up your back, your butt, your hamstrings, feeling your feet connected to the floor, feeling your weight shifting, maybe even feeling that nice massage in your shoulders. We are moving our cerebrospinal fluid. Change direction other way, big circles. And the cerebrospinal fluid is a fluid that protects our brain and spinal cord. It also nourishes and eliminates waste. So it's not unlike what the blood is doing in the rest of our body. It is going around, bringing nutrition, and then eliminating waste on its return to the brain. And then that empties out into the heart to filter out. And come in, roll it down through your spine. And that happens 3 or 4 times a day. So we filter through our cerebrospinal fluid, or our spinal fluid filters through our body, nourishing and then eliminating waste through around our brain, our spinal cord, and then it comes back up and then it filters out of our system. Let's take a happy baby. And it's also there protecting our brain so that if we bounce our head around, our brain isn't going to knock against our cranium and injure us, right? It's protecting our spinal cord. All right, let's do one leg at a time. Just regular old Pilates, single leg stretch. One in, one out. The couch is right in the way. Taking a second to get a stretch in that hamstring. The bottom leg is lengthening out. I can actively think of lengthening my leg out of my torso when I come down. So if I don't think about it, I'm here, I'm a little curled. If I think about it, I lengthen down, open up the front of that hip flexor. So I come into the normal position and then I think lengthen, 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 and come down. Here I am, sort of regular Pilates, and then lengthening, reaching it out, feeling that connection of the leg into the pelvis, into the core. Great psoas is in there, deep inside, in and up, and relax it, let it go. Let's roll back and forth. Rounding through your spine, massaging through your back, as slow or fast as you want to go. Hang out anywhere you want to hang out. Again, we're moving the cerebrospinal fluid. And we want to do all these things, like we want to curl, we want to arch, we want to spiral, we want to move in circles, circumduct. We want, so also known, yeah, we want to twist, also known as spiraling. But we want to have all these different ways of moving, right? All these different ways of moving so that the tissue in our body has all of this access to movement in different dimensions, right? I can go this way, I can go that way, I can go this way. If we always do the same workout every single time, we're not giving the resilience to our tissue to be able to do different things, which is one reason why I'm always changing it. And I'm usually changing the workout in accordance with what my body needs at the time, really listening into it. And then sometimes with what people ask for in class. So let's come up into a side elbow, side forearm plank. We're going to circle the top arm, big circles. Follow your hand with your eyes. If you want to make this easier, put your bottom knee down. And if it's hurting that top arm, just take your hand onto your shoulder. And let's change direction, other way. Chest, lungs, and heart opening, rib cage, mobilizing, cerebrospinal fluid. Well, our spine is kind of stable here, but our spinal fluid is still moving, probably pretty slow. Good, and come in. It's not like we want to flush it through there really fast. We want it to have time to do its job, what it's doing in there. But we also want to think that that cerebrospinal fluid, like if our spine is starting to create stenosis, where it's like starting to calcify a little bit. We want to think of that fluid being able to reabsorb whatever's calcifying, right? So it's not just a one-way street, even if that's just in our imaginations. Press it up, circles with your arm. Inhale, open, exhale. Eddie, if you watch this one, thank you for the coffees. And then change direction, go the other way, breathing into it. Chest, lungs, and heart opening. Good, and bring it down. And let's come onto we'll come into a forearm plank. And what we're gonna do is reach one leg out, point your toes up and down, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch it to the other side, pointed toes 1, touching down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Taking both knees to the floor, quick arch and curl. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Use your breath, mobilize that cerebral spinal fluid. I'm just joking. I just think it's funny. It's like everyone's got their sales pitch. If you do this thing, you're going to get your cerebral spinal fluid moving. Great. other exercise we're going to do is one leg up at a time. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend your knee, poke a hole through the ceiling, pulsing up as high as you can go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Take it down, other side, 10, up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pulsing up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Take your hands underneath you. Walk your knees back a little bit. Circles with your hips down towards the floor. Push back. But it is good that people are thinking about their cerebral spinal fluid. So I shouldn't be giving the guy a hard time. It made me think about it, right? Him talking about cerebral spinal fluid, maybe bring it into this class today. So that is a good thing. Circling around, mobilizing your whole body. Feel what your head-tail connection wants to do. Where is the cerebral spinal fluid? It's there inside of that head-tail connection. And bring it in. Let's send a wave through our bodies. So we can either do this here from all fours, regular quadruped. Could also do it down here. Or you can do it here, which is going to be a little bit more work. So feel free to come into a downward dog. I've got my knees a little bent so that I can push from there, and I'm rippling through my spine. Try all 3 versions and see if you can, if it's possible. Feel what happens when you send that wave from your tail through your head. May feel awkward. Sometimes it takes a while to get these things into our bodies. And a while could be like a week to 10 years, right? Just depends how much thought, how much time, how much effort you put into something. Trying all the different versions of waving through your spine. Last few waves. Good, and let's come down onto our sides. And let's do this huge long leg knee rehab. It's not just a knee rehab. It's great for your hips. It's great for your legs. Great for your whole shebang. Here's my little white kitty in his spot. Let's take, you can have your hand here or here. Legs are straight down below you. We're going to start flexed and parallel, pulsing up. Low leg, 1, 2. These are going in 4s. 3, 4. Tippy toes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Full point, 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn your leg out, flexed, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed, 1, 2, 3, 4. Leg goes in, flex, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to flex up and point down. Big kick, 1, 2, 8 of these. Here's the pea pod, 3, 4. I'm kicking that plant. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go with the bottom leg. So you can take your top leg forward and grab it like this, or right behind you. I'm going to go behind me, and I'm going to start with a parallel bottom leg, flexing up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Demi point, 1, 2, 3, 4. Full point, 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it out, flexing up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Demi point, 1, 2, 3, 4. Full point, 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it in, toes up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Demi point, 1, 2, 3, 4. Full point, 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift it up and rotate in and out from your hip socket. Deep integrity of that hip socket. We want that internal rotation as well as the external rotation. Good, and relax, calm down, melt into the floor, open up, big stretch, inner thighs. Breathe. And let's take it over to the other side. I'm just looking at this tree. We have this maple tree out the back, and it's got all its little seed pods, the little helicopters, right? And I'm just thinking, like, how many seed pods? That's a huge tree. It's got tons and tons of seed pods. Are any of those going to grow at any point into a full tree, right? It's got loads, thousands and thousands. So how hard do we try to make something happen? How hard does the tree need to try to have a baby? Anyway, that's just my weird thought for the moment. Flex, I mean, a lot of little ones grow around the garden, but they usually get pulled up or mowed down or whatever. They don't all grow into big trees. And trees have like, they understand with what's going on with the root system. Like there's a maple, a different kind of maple behind that tree. Anyway, all right, let's just let's get on with it. Flexing up. 1, parallel. 2, 3, 4, tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, pointed toes. It's all living, it's all alive. 3, 4, turn it out, flex up. 1, legs straight down below you. 2, 3, 4, tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, turn it in, flex up. 1, 2, and I can see a catbird up in the tree. 3, 4, tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to flex up and point down. Big ones for 8. 1, 2, 3. Hitting the plant. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bottom leg straight down below you. Flexing up parallel. 1, 2, 3, 4, tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it out. Heel up, flex. 2, 3, 4, tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it in. Flex foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then lift it up, rotate out and in. Right down below you, feel that inner thigh, external rotation, internal rotation. Femur head right up in the hip socket. Spiraling. Good, and release. Come down and open up into a big straddle. Roll from side to side in your straddle, massaging out your back. Releasing in your sacrum. You can play with where your legs are. Like higher up is going to stretch it in one way, lower down is going to be different. So feel into what your body needs. Bring it in. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Let's come onto our stomachs again. Coming all the way down onto your belly. Just a baby cobra. Inhale up, exhale down, no hands. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Connect the hands. Press it up. Release down. Use your breath. Fill up your lungs, lengthen your spine. Exhale down. Up and down. Up this time, if you want to, you can try bending your knees, trying to touch your toes to your head. And release. 2 more like that, either bending or not. Last one. And taking it back into a child's pose. Free up your spine, do whatever you want to do. Big breathing in your child's pose. I'm still not spending a lot of time in deep flexion. Let's come up into a straddle. This is like cat television. They watch everything that happens outside. And the neighbor has 2 cats. And there's a little hole in our fence in the back. And sometimes they all check each other out. But so far, those cats have never really come close to these cats, but they watch each other. Nobody seems to get too upset about it. They're all like, oh, they're over there. Hands behind your head. Elbow to the floor and lengthen up. I'm exhaling down and inhaling up. We're going to change it. You're going to take it down, stretch out your arms, lengthen and lift and open. Expansive body, radiating away from center. Take it down, reach out the arms, open, open, open. Hands behind your head, down. Lengthen, open it up. Folding, lower, reach, open, fold, lower, reach, open, fold, lower, reach, open, fold, lower, reach, open, fold, lower, reach, open. Turn and face your leg. You can flex if you want or not. Taking it down towards your knee. Walk it into center. Breathe into it. Push the floor away to come up. Turn and face the other leg. Bring it into center. And push the floor away to come up. Bend your knees. Use your arms to bring your legs together. Easy windshield wipers. Let it go. Let your hips release. Let your inner thighs release. And come in. Take our hands behind us on the floor. We're going to inhale, press up, and exhale. You're going to see if you can come all the way back between your hands. It might just be that you come down here. That's also fine. But either way, up and back. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, pushing the floor away, take it back. It could be smaller, you can go slower, work with what works for you, or press it up. Pulsing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Take your butt down to the floor, arms out in front, legs together, up and down. 1, 2, you can grab on if you need to. 3, 4, 5, chest is open. 6, maybe palms up. 7, 8, 9, 10. Stay there. If it's possible, slowly lower yourself down to the floor. You can come up in 2 ways. You can either bend in and come up, straighten it out, take it down, or if you want to go bonkers, bring it up, take it down. Really up to you, depending on your strength and what feels right to you. Or even just here, right? Even just this, let it work. Each one's going to do something slightly different. So sometimes it's good to try it all out, right? See what each thing does. Use your breath. Last one. And relax. Take it all the way down to the floor. And let's press the pelvis up. Interlace your hands behind your butt. If possible, walk your shoulders together, pushing the floor away, opening the front of your body, heels up off the floor, heels down, and then flex, toes up, toes down, heels up, heels down, toes up, toes down, heels, lower, toes, lower, heels, lower, flex. So I'm flexing my whole foot, not just my toes. Up, down, flex, lower, up, down, flex. Now we're going to change it. Up, down, just the toes, toes down, heels up, heels down, just the toes, heels up, heels down, just the toes, heels up, heels down, just the toes. 2 more. Up, down, toes, up, down, toes. Release your hands, widen your shoulders, roll it down through your spine all the way to the floor. When you hit the bottom, let your spine readjust, shake it out, wiggle, everything easy and loose, and let it go. Let's roll ourselves around. This is, I think we're getting close to the end of class. We are. So we're going to do a set of over your head pushes. So how do we do that? We get into our almost downward dog position. My hands are in a diamond shape here. The closer the hands are together, the harder, the more open, the easier. I'm going to go in the middle. I'm going to walk my feet in. You can bend your knees, but just try to get your weight over your arms. Dropping my head to the floor and pushing through. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And come in, relax. Both cats are in their little boxes. Yeah, we have my mom keeps bringing home more and more boxes all the time for the cats. I'm like, okay, we have enough. They don't need to have like 60,000 boxes. Or do they? Who knows? Maybe those happy cats need more boxes. Let's roll onto our sides, take a quick quad stretch. So taking it back, breathe in this position, internally and externally rotate, spiraling in and out from the femur head, from the thigh bone. Then kick into your hand and just push back with that. And release. Come onto your back, ankle over your knee, draw it in towards you. You can stay like this, straighten the bottom leg, whatever you want to do. Breathe into it. Feel the air. It's probably pretty, I don't know. If you're anywhere near me, it's really humid. Shake it out, let it go. And then the other side, coming around. Quad stretch. Taking it back. Turning in and out from there. Tissue, fascia, nerves, moving in an easy way. And then kick back, push into your hand. And release, come onto your back. Press your ankle over your knee, draw it in towards you. Optional, straighten your other leg, whatever you need to do. Breathe. And release. Shake it out. Hands on your knees, circles. And then the other way. Just easy and loose, letting your back soften, massaging out your lower back, hip sockets happy. Open your feet slightly wider than your mat. Internally rotate one leg at a time, spiraling in. If you want to hook your heel over and take it slower and deeper, go for it. Or just moving one and then the other. That's also good, right? Depending on what you need right now. Shake it out. Come up. Let's go for a forward fold. Legs out in front of you. Walk your butt from side to side. Take it down. Breathe into it. Maybe wiggle around inside your body. And then coming up, feet on the floor, butt up to the ceiling. Open your feet slightly wider and just shift from side to side. Bend one knee, bend the other. And then come in, roll it all the way up to the top. Let's just do a couple 6 count breaths. Inhale up, exhale down. So we're going to inhale up for the count of 6. Exhale everything out for a second. Give yourself a little shake. Inhale up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give it a little shake, let everything go. So that's coherent breathing. When we breathe, inhaling and exhaling the same amount of time, it balances our nervous system. So like up regulation, I'm excited. Down regulation, I'm really relaxed. Or excited or anxious, or down could be relaxed or depressed, right? So we want to find the place in the middle where we have access to go up and access to go down. We have some energy. And that 6 count breath, where it's basically a 6 count, 5 or 6 count breath in, 5 or 6 count breath out, is like one of the best physiological types of breathing that we can do to come into that regulation. And coherence means that our heart is working with our lungs, with our digestion, like all of our systems are coherent, like the orchestra is playing in harmony, everyone's in tune, it's all working. So it's worth building that relationship for yourself, can lower your blood pressure, just bring more harmony into your whole system. And it's meditative, right? So it can calm your mind as well. There are apps for it. There's one called the Breathe app. It's got like a circle on it. I use it. It was free. There's other ones, but yeah, I highly recommend spend some time with it. Have a relationship with your breath. Start a breath practice if you don't already have one. And if you have one, try different things. All right, I am going to end the live stream. If you've made it this far, bravo. Please like, subscribe, do all the things.